take away our rights in order to protect us
Haberman, I think.
from goodness knows what. We're fed up with CRT. We're fed up with school boards that don't listen.